Hey folks, it's a sunny Saturday morning. We're heading over to an estate sale right now. The pictures for it don't look that great, but the dealer is someone who I know and her prices are awesome. Plus, it says 45 years of accumulation. So that has piqued my interest. We're gonna go over there and see if it's better than the pictures show. So this is really cool. Right before we're walking in, it has a sign that says "Cannonball fired onto Otis Farm here as President Lincoln's funeral train passed village April 27th, 1865, was found inside giant elm tree cut down in 1935. Wow, that's amazing. So that's the house we're gonna go into right there, and let's see what's in there. Cool. Call this the Lincoln House. All right, this is what it looked like when I walked into the house and turned to the left. As soon as I saw this, I knew we were in for a great day of treasure hunting. Wait until you see some of the amazing treasures that I found today, including later on in the video. But we're going to start right here with the ephemera and old books. These are some old gospel song books by Warp's Review. They're not worth much. I left these to the side. They have pretty boring covers. Unlike this one here, Homespun Songs by Treasure Chest Publications. This is from the 1930s. It shows well, which is why I wanted to try to find something to pair it with to get some additional value out of it, because it's only worth about $7 by itself. And then I found this one. This is another one by Treasure Chest Publications, also from the same time frame. So I put them both together and I hope to get about $15 to $20 out of them on eBay. So I put them in my box as my first pickup of the day and the first double tap of the day. So then I walked over here to Master Choruses. The clue to value on this is it has all the different composers pictured on the front cover, so it displays well. It's also a thick book, and it's old. So all those things together help to give it some value. It sold recently for $20 on eBay, so easy decision to pick that one up. Now look over here. People will pass this type of thing up all of the time because it just looks so boring. You can't tell really what it is at first glance. Looks like maybe an old, dirty, stained up notebook, right, with some writing on it. What the heck is it? Well, look, we got a little clue there. It has a stamp on there that says mascot. Why does it say that? Let's open it up and take a peek and look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. This is just some amazing artwork, and they didn't put artwork like this typically on the front covers because of the age of this. This is from 1881 when this book comes to market. It doesn't actually usually come to market as a bound book. It comes in the form of just spare sheets of paper from it. So yeah, I'd prefer that there weren't some pages in there that were ripped, and there are a few, but to find it bound like that is very difficult to find. So it was an easy decision to pick this up, and we'll just have to see, what I could get out of that. Now, another tip is to always try to look from the farthest point away from where you are at. So for me here, this would be all the way to the left and then all the way on the bottom, and that's where treasures tend to hide because most people won't go and do the work to get to those types of things. So inside you could see there's a nice floral design on some of the pages. It's another songbook, hardcover, worth about $20 based on comps. So pick that one up too. Now this is something as well that people will pass up on a lot because it just looks like a bunch of old boring pieces of paper. So, who wants to spend the time to go through all this? Well, I'll show you why you should spend the time to go through these types of things, because because inside people hide all sorts of cool treasures. Now, right here in the beginning, we have some different pieces of sheet music. These ones here I'm showing you in the beginning really don't have much value. Neither does this actually, even though it's a really cool Elvis Love Me Tender piece. I did pick that up. This one I picked up as well. It's an old English sheet music piece. And the reason why I picked up the Elvis Love Me Tender, one, again, it displays well, and I'm thinking in terms of pairing it. A lot of sheet music has romance themes to it. As you're going to see over here is another pile of it that I found. And all these ones I'm showing you here are all ones that I picked up. And you could see from the titles and also from the pictures that the vast majority of these have a romance theme to it. They have really, cool pictures of couples and different poses, different pictures of ladies dressed up in really cool outfits and stuff. Just really old throwback nostalgic imagery that people would love to display. Remember, people don't always buy these sheet music pieces for, to play the music. They also buy it to display it. Although some will obviously, buy it for the music. Look at this cover right here. I mean, I just love the photography and the combination of the photography and the artwork. And this is why a lot of other people love it as well. Here's another one. Here, She Couldn't Say No. This one here, I picked it up even though the cover was detached because it's just such a cool cover that, again, people would just want it for display purposes. The three girls there, the couples, and and the different doing the boom boom. How could I pass it up? It says doing the boom boom. I had to pick that up. And here we've got Judy Garland. Oh my gosh, I love finding Judy Garland sheet music pieces. She is just incredible on the cover of these things. So pick that up as well. All right, so I turned around and saw this book marked as free. Don't always assume that items marked as free are worthless. They are not. This one sold recently on eBay for $30. So there's someone out there who will be nostalgic for this book from 1980 who either lost it or it got damaged. And so it was an easy decision to pick this one up, and I'd hope to get around the same amount out of it. So then I moved to the back of the room to the left to explore this bookcase area. And what you see here is a Steinbach Nutcracker book. These have really cool pictures inside. Depending on the edition, they could sell for as high as about $50. This particular edition could sell for as high as $30. So it's an easy decision to pick that up. And this Nutcracker book too, because it's around the same size. So maybe I could even pair them together. There's another Nutcracker book to the left that I passed up on, and I'll come back to it later to tell you why. Now, I went over here, looked up top, and pulled out this Tales of Sherlock Holmes book. Sherlock Holmes is so popular, so if I see anything that's old and Sherlock Holmes related, I try to get it. Now, it would be great if that first page wasn't detached, but it's not a deal breaker because this book comes from 1906. So this one would sell for, as high as like the $25, $30 range. So that's maximal value. But for just a few bucks, again, thumbs up, easy decision to pick up that one. Now, back here to the back right, this is, again, something that could easily be missed because it's the farthest distance away. It's up top, it's to the right. Plus, it says something on the top that looked boring from the spine, Home University Library. But if you look here, this cover is not boring at all. And that is actually volume 1. So that is really cool. This one right now, the only one that's listed on eBay is for $33 with shipping. It does have some pages inside that have some rips on it. That little page you saw there was just like a detached page that was put inside of it. It wasn't actually a rip, but there are a few rips inside. That's, again, not a deal breaker for a book with this amount of cool imagery inside, the color illustrations, and then factoring in that there's another one here that I could pair with it. Made it an even easier decision to grab this one as well. Now, I'm not flipping through every page. I'm just showing you some examples and just editing the clips out just to, move through things a little bit faster for you here. But you can see it's really a combination of black and white photographs and really cool color illustrations to accompany all of the old stories inside of there. So grab those two up as a couple, and then moved on to the next item. Let's get those in the box there. Come on, go inside. There we go. Now here's the Nutcracker book I was telling you about. Cool cover and everything. Famous author, Maurice Sendak, but thumbs down because it's so overproduced that it's really not worth much, believe it or not. Then, sometimes I come across books or items and I don't pick them up, and sometimes people say, well, why didn't you get that? Why didn't you get that? And I'd say, well, it's damaged inside, and that's an example. Something that damaged, I don't care what, I'm not going to grab it. It's too far gone. Now, I always look for Halloween books, Halloween themes. These two were great. I love this one. Who remembers this one? The Monster Jokes and Riddles book from back in the day. This one's a classic. And I was fortunate that this one was actually a first printing. So excited to see those. That book in the orange there sells for like $15 to $20. And, hopefully I could get something similar out of that Monsters and Riddle book as well. So added that, gave a little double tap to Frankenstein and Dracula. So over here, this is a higher value book, 365 bedtime stories. This one could sell for as high as $70. It's a really nice book by Whitman. I always tell you to look for Whitman, and this is another example why. Whitman also published some comic books. Now, the spine there is a little bit weak, so that will take some of the value down from it, but the spine is still intact. This is a good example of me not flipping through all the pages, but this is another cool book, Mother Earth's Children. Anything earthy, environment, believe it or not, vegetable related, where vegetables have come to life in some way. There's people who love this type of stuff. This book sells for, this specific edition has sold for as high as like $40-$45. But there's older versions of this one. Let me look at those pictures inside that have sold for over $100. So it does depend on the edition. There's even some fancier versions out there. But it's really cool. You could just tell from looking at the art, how vintage it is. This one here, you'll come across this one fairly regularly. This is Richard Scarry's best storybook ever. You have to look at the edition, so it just depends. This one should go for around $25 because it's in good condition. There's no rips inside. There's no stains. You got to flip through it, give it a good look through. Thumbs up from me. And give a shout out to Susan from Vintage Vagabond Vens. Go check her out. Awesome YouTube channel. All right, so now I moved into the next room and moved back here. And my eyes went right over to this Popeye Paddle. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, you see that little staple on there? What used to attach to that was an elastic band with a ball, and you would move it up and down and just bounce the ball repetitively. But without the ball, without the bag, it's not worth anything. It had like a little crack in it, so I just left it there. So this is just me showing you what was to the right of that area. That was right over there. And then there were all these bookshelves. And so Pogo is a cool comic character that I tend to look for. But those books, even together, aren't really worth much, so I just left it there. Now, I did pick up this Dr. Seuss book. It's only worth about $10, but the reason that I grabbed it is that, it's popular right now. It's a quick, fast, easy sell. And, I could even pair it with other Seuss books if I find them. And this is another treasure chest publications book. So now I have 3 of them. So this is what I mean. You could just kind of lot things as you go along. Now, I couldn't take you up the staircase because they had like a security person up there. But this is me just showing you that I'm upstairs now and I'm exploring all the different nooks and crannies. This room was pretty much a mess. There really wasn't anything in here that I could use or take to flip on eBay. So I went into another room over here, and there were just some old clothes that I wasn't interested in, just a lot of knickknacks. Again, nothing of any real value. So but I did see that to the right back there was another room with some books in there, so I wanted to go in and explore that. All right, so check it out. Cool bookcase back there. We'll go explore that, see if we could find any treasures over there. Oh, no. Not the music again. Oh, no. They're going to do it to me again. They're going to do... Prime time. I'm so shy. but I'm so lonely here. I wish you would put me in your treasure box and take me home. I can't do it again. You're going to get me in trouble. I can't keep... My sister could convince you. How's that? How could she convince me? Prime time. Maybe you'll take me home because I look a lot like Jesse Shops. Well, you know, you kind of do look like Jesse Shops, but you're only $4. So, yeah, all right. I guess I will. I'll take you two home with me. All right. Well, I'll put you over in the box, and I think I'm convinced. So, yeah. All right. Now, all kidding aside, look on the bottom there. You could tell that these are vintage. Looks like they even clip onto something. So, really cool items. They're even making me shaky here. So, pick both of them up, put them in the box, and we'll see what happens with these. Oh my gosh! Again. Here we go. I got two more. Oh, I'm getting a look at this. Look at the look. Look at those eyes too now. Oh, these are really cool. Oh, prime time. Hey, I'm just trying to figure out if you are plastic or wood. Look at those eyes though. They're gorgeous. These are actually from Argentina. Now, how do I know that? Well, look on the other side. Actually, you'd have to freeze frame that, but for only $2, look at my box. Oh my God. What must people think while I'm walking around? This is amazing. For just $2, the original 1986 Universal Studios King Kong Ride souvenir helmet. That's the year the ride came out. It still has the chin strap on it. I have it listed in my eBay store already for $55. Then there was this room with the pirate troll. Hey, prime time. What do you say I become a stowaway in your treasure box? Get out of here. You just want to be by the dolls. They wanted $5 for them anyway. It's only worth $10. Now look for keywords related to horror, such as the word mummy, when you're outsourcing, especially if it's associated with something vintage like this Voice of the Mummy game from 1971. This one's in incredible condition. It still has the 4 cardboard tombs that you assemble there. It also has the original game pieces inside, including all 4 game tokens or explorers that you would move around. Just one of these will sell for $10 on eBay. So they wanted $10 for the entire box. So it was an easy decision to pick this up, whether it worked or not. Now, when I say works, that tomb there opens up to be a record player. And there's the records right there. Double-sided plastic records, 3 of them. Now, the instruction booklet's stained up a bit, but that doesn't really matter considering the incredible condition. Like the foam board down below is amazing. Everything's just in great shape. If it were to work, it would sell for hundreds of dollars. 90% of them don't work though. So in its current state, I have it listed for parts or repair for $140. That's me just showing you how I have my box laid out to carry things around easily. Now, this just shows you that the Magic set they had priced for $20, and that's not even worth picking up. So don't always assume that the prices and the stickers, the things that the dealers put on things are really accurate to what it's worth. All right, so on to the basement area. Had to go down these little stairs through this little garage area. There wasn't anything in here that was worth selling on eBay. So time to turn the corner and head down the basement stairs and show you what an 1830s basement looks like in New York, if you've never seen one before. So I was able to fit down here easily, which I was kind of concerned about at first, given my height at 6'6", but no problem whatsoever. They left plenty of space. Fortunately, there was really not anything down here worth picking up for eBay. Most of it was rusted out tools or rusted out metal pieces or wires and stuff. You'll see. This is me just showing you just how spacious it was down here. So there was a lot of potential, and didn't really take too long to explore it. Like, here's an example in these crates. I just kept like these little wire pieces, little metal pieces, nothing with any like brand names on it. There again, just like a bunch of wires. Even the crates didn't have anything interesting on them, from like a pictorial perspective, or even the words on it that made me want to, pick it up. Nothing on those shelves back there. Now, this had some potential interest from me, because if it came with the water jug, it would be worth about $200. But $20 for just a picnic basket. There's one you could find right now for $70 on eBay. The thing is enormous. It's going to cost a bit to ship, so I just left that one behind. All right, it's time for the ceramic glass challenge, where I will pick 3 such items out that I normally would not have gotten, and I will buy one of them. You let me know which one you would have purchased and why. We're going to start with this one here, this long ceramic stein from Germany. You'll see the markings on the bottom in a moment. I'm not familiar with the company or the number 102, so if you know more about it, let me know. They wanted $30 on it. I passed, because the ones that I see that go for more money tend to have more extravagant designs on them than that, more colorful ones. That one looked kind of bland to me. Now, this was not bland. This was a $5 purple glass goblet, so the coloring intrigued me. I did leave it behind, though. It had some staining on the bottom, most of which could have been wiped away, but it did look like some of the coloring had faded. So I went with these. I knew to look up the term hobnail, which is what those bumps on the side are. These are actually Fenton salt and pepper shakers, and this color has sold recently on eBay for $80. So this was a no-brainer for me to get these. Wow, that was so much fun. Here you can see the total price for everything came to $70. I wound up saving some money for a few reasons. Number one was being honest about the salt and pepper shakers. The sticker had fallen off the top of it with the price on it, and she said, "How much did I have on that? $8?" I said, "No, you had $10 on it." She said, "Well, they're yours for $8. How could you be dishonest where Abe Lincoln's funeral train passed by right on this very street? And then she loves selling books as well, and she was going through some of them because she was just interested to see what I got, and she saw some pages had some rips in them, and so she gave me some money off the books for that. So that's how we got to the $70 price tag. I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm getting hungry. Go back to Primetime Treasure headquarters, start processing this stuff and getting some of it listed. All right, we're back. Let's go see how Daisy's doing.